Can I fix it in exchange for food? The question made everyone at Premium Auto Repair burst into laughter. A black man in his 50s, clothes worn, hair messy, had walked in while they struggled with a Porsche 911 that had sat broken for days. Tyler, the youngest mechanic, mocked him. "Grandpa, this isn't a soup kitchen." Marcus, the arrogant shop owner, waved him off. "Jake, call security." These beggars show up every day, but the man's voice was calm, steady. "I'm not asking for money. Just a meal. I can fix that Porsche." The shop roared with laughter. Jake, a veteran mechanic, shook his head. "You? Fix a $200,000 car?" The man ignored the insults, studying the open hood. Only Sarah, the lone female mechanic, noticed the sharpness in his gaze. "What's wrong with it?" he asked. Marcus snapped. "The problem is you being here." The man only tilted his head, listening to the engine Jake had just failed to fix again. "Fuel pressure sensor. That's why it stalls. It's not mechanical. It's electronic." The room went silent. Jake had spent 3 days searching for exactly that fault. "Lucky guess," Marcus sneered, but the man's explanation was too precise. Sarah felt chills. Marcus, annoyed, decided to humiliate him. "Fine. Use the scanner. If you're right, $20 and a sandwich. If you're wrong, we'll film your failure and post it online." The man calmly plugged in the expensive scanner, navigating its codes like it was second nature. Minutes later, he showed them. Error P0294, fuel sensor out of range. Exactly as I said, Jake checked and confirmed, pale-faced. The beggar had solved in minutes what they couldn't in days. But Marcus barked. "Beginner's luck." The man's eyes hardened. "Want another demonstration?" He walked over to a BMW X5. "You told the customer it needs a new engine?" "It doesn't. The high-pressure fuel pump failed. A $1,200 part. Not $15,000. Again, Jake verified. Again, he was right. For the first time, Marcus looked shaken. Sarah, however, looked intrigued. Who was this man? The next day, Sarah dug online. His technical knowledge matched posts from an old racing forum, written by someone named Dark Horse Racing, a name respected in motorsport engineering circles. Her suspicion grew. That morning, the man returned, this time with Catherine Morrison, a wealthy woman whose McLaren had been declared beyond repair by every garage. The man calmly diagnosed its hidden electronic fault, a problem only McLaren insiders knew about. Within 2 hours, he had the $600,000 supercar running perfectly again. Catherine was speechless. Sarah was now certain. That night, she researched further, and her jaw dropped. The man was David Williams, 3-time Formula One world champion, nicknamed the Ghost, a legend who had vanished after tragedy. A crash, his daughter's sudden death from shock, and his wife's suicide. Since then, he had walked away from fame, fortune, everything. And now he was fixing cars for food. The next day, Marcus prepared a mocking video to post online. Before he could, Sarah confronted him with the truth. "You humiliated David Williams, a world champion, a legend." The workshop froze in stunned silence. Just then, David returned, with Catherine and powerful business leaders, including Jonathan Reed, CEO of a luxury auto group. Reed offered David a senior position worth millions. Marcus stammered, "I didn't know who you were." David's voice was calm but sharp. "You didn't need to know who I was. Only that I was a human being." When Reed heard Marcus had mocked, Marcus's empire collapsed overnight. Suppliers cut ties, and his name became synonymous with prejudice. 6 months later, David Williams was back on top, technical director of Reed Automotive. His story featured in documentaries worldwide. Sarah joined him, earning triple her old salary. As for Marcus, Tyler, Jake, their shop closed, their reputations destroyed. David Best in an interview. "Prejudice blinds us. It makes us mock greatness in disguise.